All right, you guys made it to All-Star Weekend. It's the NASCAR All-Star Race at Texas. First time they've done it at Texas. And if you're playing NASCAR DFS, I would probably treat this race very lightly. I'd focus more, I think, on the Xfinity series and the Truck series. And if you haven't already, they're live up on our channel. Check them out. And then you can find the spreadsheets that we did for those over on our Twitter. It's at Fast Cars FM. Any lineup questions you have, shoot them our way over there or drop them down in the comments below. We'll make sure we get back to you before the slate locks. But real quickly, let's talk about this race and some initial thoughts in how that applies to building lineup. So they're running a 510 horsepower package here, which is even less than what they normally run in their high downforce, low horsepower package, which is 550. And we already know that they're wide open when they run that package. So you better believe they're going to be wide open the entire time with this package. And it's 100 laps, and they broke it up into 6 stages. It's really confusing, but all you really need to know is basically 6 little rounds of like green, white, checkered type of finishes where it's wave the flag, go full out for a short little sprint, and then boom, you re-rack all the cars and do it again. So because of that, we want to focus more on place differential. That's pretty much it. You just want to focus on place differential because they're going to be inverting the field a couple of times throughout the race as well. So it's really going to be hard to nail a dominator. I have a hard time imagining that one driver is going to go out there and lead a ton of laps or pick up a bunch of fast laps. That should just be sprinkled all the way across the field. Unfortunately, there's only going to be 21 drivers in this all-star race, so there's probably going to be a lot of duplicated lineups. So even if you do take down a tournament, you're probably going to be taking it down with a handful, maybe even 10s, 20s, hundreds of other people. So that top prize is probably going to be divided into a much smaller prize. So just, be aware of that. It's purely just an entertainment race. This doesn't mean anything for the standings. It's just for fun. Not even all the drivers are entered in the race. Some of them aren't even showing up if they don't have to. So it should be fun to watch from a fan perspective, but from a DFS perspective, I probably wouldn't play too aggressively with your bankroll there. But we got Coop with us for the Cup video. He just made it back, so he hopped on with us. But what about you, Coop? What are some of your thoughts here when you're looking at these drivers? I know it's the way that we have it laid out is a little bit different than we normally have, but how are you handling this all-star race this weekend?
Similar to you, I'm going to heavily stack the back, but I'm willing to come up for a play or two.
I think we lost your audio, Coop. So as soon as you get back, we'll get your thoughts there again. I'm not sure why that happens. Your audio always cuts out for about a minute.
That's being all stars, and you're losing the keep
Coop,
value.
Your audio cut out for a second there. So why don't you start over?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yep. You were saying you're playing some guys in the back, but maybe take some shots for maybe some guys up top.
That's exactly right. And just to go over it high level, Cole Custer, Austin Dillon, 2 drivers that should see next to no ownership. So if you're going GPP, if you're doing a pure ownership play, they're your guys in this. Michael McDowell's another one I think we'll see 0 ownership. Guys I'm super high on, want a lot of, Blaney and Hamlin, and I'll throw Bowman and Newman, and I'll even go up to Kurt Busch. Reason I'm going up to Kurt Busch and Newman is just a little salary relief if you want to go and do something like get 3 of the higher priced drivers, and Blaney, Hamlin, and Bowman are good examples of that. Newman and Busch allow for a little bit of salary relief for you, and then you can go down and get somebody that qualifies or see how much salary you have left. I don't know what that'll leave you with, but some other routes I could see myself going would be go up and play an Austin Dillon, or even go up and play a Chase Elliott, maybe even a Christopher Bell, and then stack the back and just hope that the one driver or the 2 drivers that I pivot off of that main strategy for really pay off in the end. And it gets me different. So I have a lower chance of winning the big cash probably, but also a lower chance of having a huge split if my line does take down a tournament. So I think that's my overall approach to this this whole week.
Yeah, those are really good points because I think what everyone's going to do is they're going to be playing those drivers further back because they have those place differential points and they're the safe plays. But is it going to take down a tournament? Probably not. Will it cash? Maybe. But like Coop was saying, you're going to be your lineup is going to be duplicated no matter what if you're playing a lot of those guys in the back. So maybe like Coop was saying, throw a couple dollars down, whatever you're comfortable with, and take some risks. Take some risks on these guys who are going to be low owned and just hope that they work out. Hope that they're there in the end. Hope that they lead you some laps. Hope that some of these higher owned drivers in the back run into issues or wreck out. But if you're playing cash, basically what you want to do is just play Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, the 3 stage winners, and then whoever that fan vote is, because that gives you the most amount of upside because they're all going to be starting furthest in the back. So again, it's more of just a fun weekend, but DraftKings is throwing a contest out there. So of course we got to break it down for you guys and kind of give you some thoughts. But do you have any other final thoughts, Coop? I know this is a pretty quick video, but I think it's pretty straightforward.
No, I think that's about it. These guys are all stars. Should be fun to watch. It's going to be entertaining to say the least, and I think it's going to be wild. I think it's going to be very from a pre-race to a post-race standpoint. I think it's really unpredictable and it can go so many ways. So I'm excited for it, and it should be fun.
Yeah, I guess the final thing I'll say too is, so the format, the open race is going to be first, and then the all-star, the main event, is going to be after that. And usually there's about 30 minutes to 45 minutes in between the open race and the all-star race. So that's when you really want to go into DraftKings and either adjust your lineup if for whatever reason you made a lineup ahead of time and say you picked Ross Chastain and he doesn't make the main event. Like, you don't want to play him then because he's not going to earn you any points. So make sure you're paying attention and tweak your lineup accordingly. And then also, if you're just playing guys who are already qualified to make the race, you might miss out on some of these, further back plays with the guys that race their way in and maybe can make some adjustments to their car, whereas the other guys will just be hitting their track, the track for the first time. So that's going to be it for us. It's another Fast Cars, Fast Money NASCAR DFS weekend. As always, thank you guys so much for all the support. We're continuing to grow, continuing to get more subscribers, continuing to get, more engagement on social media and the comments down below. We love all the smashing the like videos that you guys have been doing. So just continue to do that. It really means a lot to us, and we will catch you on the next one.